Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Wednesday. Today is June 11th. We are going to be taking chart requests straight from the live chat, so go ahead and drop them in the live chat. We do this every single Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. We are live on YouTube Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at that time, and Wednesday is dedicated to the YouTube live chat, so go ahead and drop them in the chat throughout this stream. Before we get into the video, guys, I want to go over the strategy real quick and how we approach the markets for anybody new that might be watching this video. We are swing traders here on this channel. We are not day traders. I know everyone wants to flash their Lambos and try to impress you with their day trading, but the truth is 90 to 95% of day traders fail over time. Okay, they might have some really big days, but 90 to 95% of people fail when they day trade. So we take a longer approach. We are 1 to 6 months out on our trades, on our investments. That means when we buy something, we are looking to hold that asset for as little as 1 to 6 months, okay? So we are swing traders that focus on a monthly and daily chart. We enter and exit positions using our trading indicator. The green dot means buy and the red dot means sell, okay? So when I'm talking about the trading indicator, I'm talking about these dots down here. Going to be talking about the stochastic RSI, that light blue line here today. We also use these EMAs up here, the red and green dots. And just like in rule number 3 right there, you can see the green dot means buy and the red dot means sell. Okay, if I zoom out of a monthly chart here of Ethereum, okay, you can see that every time a green dot on Ethereum has come, since all the way back here in 2019, 6 years ago, for the last 6 years, every time you got one of these green dots on Ethereum, it has been a great place to take a long. Okay, you can see right here in 2019, Ethereum was sitting at $200. Right here, we were sitting right here at $159. Ethereum was $159 right here in 2020. Boom, it went from 129 all the way up to 5,000. Gave you one right here in 2023. Another one right here in November of 2023 at around 1,500. Went up to 4,000. You guys get the point. The green dot means buy and the red dot means sell. Okay, so rule number 4 is that we only want to buy assets that have that green dot or a green candle on the monthly chart. Okay, because again, we focus on a monthly and a daily chart here. So the green dot, right, on the monthly chart indicates that we are going up for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Okay, that tells us that the macro direction, that the whales are swimming in our favor. Okay, as traders, we want to trade with the trend. We don't want to trade against the trend. How do we know if the trend is in our favor? Okay, with our time frame, it's by looking at the monthly chart because we're looking months down the road. We're not looking minutes down the road or seconds down the road or 15 minutes or an hour. We are looking 1 to 6 months out. Okay, and the reason we focus on the monthly chart with this indicator is because it is the most accurate time frame when it comes to the dots. Okay, you can see if I zoom out, every time Ethereum got a green dot since 2019 for the last 6 years, it's been a buying opportunity. And oh, by the way, if you guys didn't know, it's showing one here in June. It's showing one here in June 2025. If you guys are tuning in to this live stream right now, you're getting the same exact signal you got here, where we went up 150%. Right here, we went up about 170. Right here, we went up around 3,000%. So it's the same exact signal here showing up in June. Okay, so once we get the green dot on the monthly or the green candle, okay, it could be a green dot or a green candle, okay, that tells us that the whales, the direction is in our favor in that macro, in that time frame of 1 to 6 months. Because again, all the green dot is a potential reversal to the upside, okay, and the red dot is the same thing. You can see we got the red dot on Ethereum right there at like $3,300, and it went all the way down to around 1,400. That was right there in February. So we want to trade assets that are green on the monthly chart, okay? Once we get the monthly chart, once we get the monthly signal that we're talking about here, we then want to zoom into the daily chart, okay? And why do we do that? Okay, so this candle here on the monthly chart has 30 days inside of the candle, right? So if I go from a monthly to the daily, there's 30 days in a month typically, right? So 30 of these candles equals one monthly candle. Okay, so as long as the monthly direction is going up, as long as we're aware of that, we don't need to look at the monthly chart. We come in here to the daily. What are we looking for on the daily? We're looking for the green dots now on the daily. So we want to buy those pullbacks and those green dots on the daily chart. Okay, ideally into these moving averages. This right here was a beautiful entry right here. If you guys took that trade right there at around 2,400, it's sitting up here at 2,800. And things are looking very, very good. So again, our buying strategy is right here. Monthly green plus daily green equals buy. It's super simple if you guys are using the indicator. Okay? And if you guys don't have the indicator, you guys can download it right here inside of the Discord. And then we have two different sell strategies. So sell strategy number one is that we want to sell on a red dot in the red zone on the daily chart. Okay? If you guys download that indicator, you're also going to get something called the Fibonacci. Okay, and when you use the Fibonacci, if you don't see it on your chart, you just have to pop this arrow down right here, and then you unhide it. I don't have it on my chart all the time, just because I just use it as an indication to sell most of the time. Okay, so the red zone is up here on the Fibonacci. Okay, you can see back here in Ethereum, we were getting red dots back here in, what was that, December? Red dots in the red zone. That is where we want to take profits. That was up there at 4,000. We're not looking to take profits on Ethereum until Ethereum gets back up in that red zone. Okay, that is where we're going to look. We're not looking to take profits right here at 2,700 because we're not in the red zone. Okay, we're waiting. We're willing to wait 1 to 6 months for that to happen, for that to get back up to that area. Okay, so that is sell strategy number one. Sell a red dot in the red zone. These red dots don't care. Do not care. Okay, I only care about the red dots in the red zone. That is where I'm looking to take profits. Okay, you saw it right there at 4,000. You can scroll back even more. You got a red dot right there. Good place to take profit. What happened? We sold all the way off. Same thing back here in 2024. Okay, 4,000. What we do? We pulled all the way back, so on and so forth. So we're not looking to take profits. We're not looking to sell right now, guys. If you're trading altcoins or Ethereum. Okay, we're very bullish on altcoins right now. I see some people panicking. The panicking's not that bad today, even though we are down 2 or 3%. But again, as macro investors, we don't care about the day-to-day. We want to zoom out of the chart. What's the chart telling us on Ethereum for altcoins? We're going up. That's all we give it. That's all we care about. That's all we care about right now. We are 1 to 6 months, thinking 1 to 6 months out, looking to buy any and every pullback, any and every green dot that we get here now on Ethereum and on the names that we want to accumulate during this period of time, during this altcoin season. That's all we care about, okay? Don't listen to the noise. Do not listen to the noise, okay? And then our second selling strategy, and then we'll get into some chart requests from the chat. So if you guys got those requests, just drop them in the chat. We're going to be covering a lot of charts today from you guys. As long as you guys keep the requests coming, I will stay on the live and continue to cover. But the second sell strategy is very simple, okay? This one involves a monthly chart. And what we look at on the second selling strategy is this stochastic RSI. That is the light blue line here, okay? Okay, on the indicator. And with that one, we look to sell when that stochastic RSI, it's called the stochastic RSI. It's a type of RSI, okay? When that light blue line, right, the light blue line on the trading indicator hits the white dotted line on the monthly chart. So again, monthly chart, okay, on the first selling strategy was on the daily. We're using a monthly now, and we're looking at that stochastic. So you could zoom out of the chart, and you can see every time that line hits that white dotted line on the monthly chart, that is right around the top, or the top itself. Okay, you can see it hit it right there in March of 2024. $4,000 was the top in March of 2024 for Ethereum. Okay, that's where altcoins topped at. Okay, same thing back here in 2021. This was the last real bull run. Okay, that was the last real ramp up right there. And that was right there in April of 2021, May of 2021. You can see it topped out right there at 4,500. It had a little pullback and then jumped back up to like 4,800. But our goal is to never time the exact top. It's just to get out around it. And you can see that called the top right up there at 4,500. It sold all the way off to 1,000. So that is personally what I'm waiting on right now for crypto guys and altcoins. Is for Ethereum. Once I know when altcoins will top, when Ethereum's stochastic RSI gets back up here and touches that white dotted line. Okay, the white dotted line represents the 100 value, and it's literally sitting at 20 right now. So that tells you that you're only 20% of the way to the top. Okay, and again, I'm willing to wait 1 to 6 months for this thing to come up here. If I have to wait 7 or 8 months, so be it. But that has been the top in the last every single cycle that we've had so far. So that is the signal that I personally am waiting on to dump all my crypto. Until that happens, I don't care what the day-to-day is from here on out. We're looking to buy. We're looking for opportunities. Okay, we're not sitting here crying about a red day. We're looking for opportunities. We're looking for names that look good to add to or even take positions on. So that's the whole point of these streams. I want to go over your guys' chart requests. I'll give you my take. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy that looks at charts. I have a trading strategy that I use, and I just share it with you guys. If you guys want to use the strategy, you can. I highly recommend you have a strategy if you are a trader. Otherwise, you're just throwing darts at a board with a blindfold on. You need to have a strategy, and you need to learn to stick to it. Disciplined traders win. Okay? If you're not disciplined in trading, you will not win. Okay? Because a lot of people fail at this. It has a very high failure rate. But in my opinion, the longer the approach you take, if you're day trading, you're making a bunch of trades every single day. If you're making maybe one trade a week and then holding that trade and letting it play out, okay, that's where you're going to find success. We're more of investors here than anything, right? Warren Buffett says it best. The markets are created to transfer money from the active to the patient. So a 1 to 6 month strategy, not everyone has the guts to buy and hold, guys. Not a lot of people can buy and hold. People get very antsy. Maybe like a day like today where your name is maybe down 3%. Okay, you got to understand. Like, look at Chainlink right now. Chainlink is up. Okay, Chainlink is up right now 22% in the last 5 days. It is down 3.85%. Should we be worried about that? Okay, up 22%, but down 4% today. We should not be worried about that. There's going to be red days on the way up. Look at this last bull run here from 10 all the way up to 30. There was a bunch of red days during this time. Okay, all the way to the top. So you guys can't get worried about red days. The direction is up as long as we got the signal on the monthly charts. All right, as long as we're either got a green candle or a green dot on the monthly, we should not be worried. The direction is in our favor. Red days are just opportunities to add on these as long as the monthly is green. So let's go ahead and take some chart requests. What do you guys got here today? Okay, let me go ahead and scroll up a little bit. Drop those chart requests for me here in the chat. I'm going to take some here. I'll start with our boy Paul here. Paul is a YouTube Spartan. If you guys want to become a Spartan on YouTube, that join button will get you priority access to chart requests here. I'll be taking chart requests from the YouTube Spartans. They have priority here on Wednesday's streams, and he's requesting Ondo. So Ondo, we got the golden dot on back here in June. That was right around, I think it was like 81, 82 cents. It's sitting up around 90. The golden dot is another signal that we use here to go 1 to 6 months out. Okay, it's a 1 to 6 month swing trade. So this came like, I don't know, 9 days ago. 9 days ago. So again, you're only 9 days into this thing and you're already up, I don't know, probably 5% off that dot, which isn't much. But again, you got to let the trade play out. I still really like Ondo for a long here. You got a green candle here on the monthly. And I don't see this one going below 80. I don't see this one going below 80 cents there. Okay, they shoved it down. Buyer stepped right back in and are pumping it back up. I still really like Ondo here. I would still even buy it at these prices. I mean, all-time highs is up here at $2.20. So that one I think has a lot of meat left on the bone. Your other request was CRO. CRO still looks good too. This is one of my largest positions. I still really like this one above 9 cents. You can see that's where we bottomed right here. The candle is still red here on the monthly, but we had a green candle here last month. Still waiting on that dot. And the dot is green here on the weekly as well. So I still like it above 9 cents. I mean, we're stuck in a consolidation phase. I've talked about this before, guys. Markets only do 3 things. Okay, if you're approaching the markets like we do, they only do 3 things. The markets go up. Okay, the markets go up like this. Boom. That is when we want to be taking profits. Okay, when they go up. Okay, when we're way up here inside the red zone. You can see the red dots in the red zone is where you want to take profits there on the daily chart. But they either go up, they go down, or they go sideways. Okay, up, down, or sideways. The unfortunate thing about the markets is a lot of retail are piling in. A lot of retail get really excited about crypto, about stocks and things like that after they have already taken off. Right, if you come back here to that CRO, back here, it was 6 cents. You were buying it at 7 cents down here in November. Okay, 7 cents. What happened? It went up 225%. Okay, you tripled your money right there. Okay, and this is where the majority of retail likes to buy. Nobody likes to buy during this phase when we're going sideways, right? This is the stealth phase. This is really a boring time in the markets. People get tired. People get worn out. right? It's red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? They call it the smart money phase. This is where smart money institutional investors are buying. Okay, think about it. The billionaires and the trillionaires, the smart money, they can't buy unless you guys are selling. So if you guys are, getting impatient right now, or whatever the case may be, during this time where we're just flatlining, right? We're just up, down, up, down, up, down. This is part of the market, guys. I mean, it's we can't be entitled and just think everything just is going to go up. We're going to go on this parabolic move overnight. Okay, you got to understand market structure. Again, markets go up, markets go down, and markets go sideways. It's up to us to determine, hey, what type of a market are we in right now? Are we in one that's going up? Are we in one that's going down? Or are we in one that's just going sideways? And if you zoom out of the chart, you can see, okay, we're just going sideways. We're melting up here. Okay, but up here at 25 cents, you're always like, damn, I wish I was buying down here at 7 cents, right? I wish I would have did that. I would have made 3x my money, okay? But you're only saying that up here. Right now, you're not saying, damn, I wish I bought right here. Right now, you're probably saying, damn, this sucks. Like, it's just up and down and up and down and up and down. Like, if you look at it, we haven't moved in a month, okay? We've just been stuck between 9 cents and 11 cents since all the way back here in May. We've just been going sideways, okay? You can even argue all the way back here to February, right? We're just sideways right now. So this parabolic move is going to happen. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you guys when it's going to happen, but if you zoom out and look at the data, this is how the markets move. Okay? Sideways, up, down, okay? Sideways, up, down, sideways, okay? It's a pattern that repeats itself. Some people just think things go straight up or straight down. It's a cycle. It's a wave, okay? That's why we use our indicators as well. Okay, because again, if you look at even Bitcoin's chart here, okay, look at the monthly. It's a wave. It's up. It's down. Okay, sideways, up, down. Okay, sideways, up. Okay, Bitcoin's just on a freaking tear, man. We called this green dot out on the monthly, by the way. If you guys were in the Discord, January of 2023, Bitcoin was at $16,000. I know there's still some people in the Discord that are holding it from that entry, and those guys are legends. And again, this indicator is extremely accurate. Of course, no trading strategy. Nothing is 100%. But if you're willing to have the patience, it's literally called the bottom for Bitcoin and the markets since 2015 for the last 10 years. It called it right here at 500. It called it right here in 2019 at 2,000. And it called it right here in 2023 at 16,000. So, if you were really smart, you could just sit on the sidelines right now if you wanted to. I wouldn't, because altcoin season's literally about to just explode. But you could wait for Bitcoin to come all the way back down and give you another green dot just like it did right here. It doesn't just work on crypto either. Look at Meta, okay? Imagine if you would have bought this green dot right here on Meta in 2022. You're buying Meta at $100. It's at $700 right now. You made 600%, okay, 650% in 2 years, 2.5 years. Okay, and again, men lie, women lie, charts don't, guys. Everything I do, everything I try to say, I try to back it up with logic. I'm not just saying, oh, this coin's going to go to 500 million or $500 million or 10,000. I don't do that, okay? I'm just looking at the chart, guys. The chart tells me when to buy, okay? I don't try to play the games. I don't try to do stuff just for following or followers or whatever. I try to back everything up with logic. Logic to me is looking at a chart and seeing, great time to buy right there. Great time to buy right here. Beautiful. Okay, this one went from 120 up to 300. That's a 200% move. So that's just how we approach the markets, guys. And then Polkadot was your last one, Paul. Going off on a tangent here today. Dot I still like. Dot looks really good down here, up above 4. And I still like that one right there above that support level where we hit right there. Kind of put in a double bottom right here around 370. So would love to see some continuation on this tomorrow. We'll see how we react to this red day, but I think we're going to push back up tomorrow and keep going. Okay, it's only the matter of time before we get another green dot here on the monthly. You can see the last time we got one, we went from 360 all the way up there to around $12. That was around a 300% move in 1 month. So this consolidation to me looks very bullish for DOT. What else we got? Ondo we covered. We just covered Ondo. I see one for RIZ. RIZ is a very low market cap coin. We cover this one on almost every live, but this is in my portfolio. It's a $5 million market cap AI play. They do have a partnership with Chainlink being announced here soon. This one bounced right on 0.0045 here. Just looking for that green dot to send it higher. That could honestly come tomorrow, but as long as this thing holds on to this 0.0045 level, it looks really good. I told you guys I was watching the 4-hour on this one. Okay, we called this 4-hour dot out right there on Tuesday. That was last night at like 4,500 before Frank the Whale in the Discord decided to step in and buy some more. But this is in a very strong uptrend. And again, it is a very small, low cap play. So high risk, high reward. You don't have to go ham on this to make a lot of money. If it goes to $50 million market cap, that's 10x. So it's still very, very strong here. Very strong trend, and I really, really like it here. I'd love to see it hold on to that 0.0045. That is like the only thing green today in my portfolio. So watching for that green dot there on the daily next. And again, the monthly pointing straight up, weekly pointing straight up. Everything's looking good. Okay, nothing to worry about there on that one. The indicator you guys can download over here in the Discord. Right here in the trading indicator tab, just click on this link and you'll get all the indicators, okay, everything I use. Your screen will look exactly like my screen when you go over there and click that link in the Discord. That is pinned to the chat there. What else we got? You guys got more? I see one for Matic, Polygon. Matic looks good above 20 cents. I still like it. It's breaking out over that average there. It is green here on the monthly. Got the green dot here on the monthly. This thing's been a very dead project. I mean, it exploded in 2021 up to $3, and it's sitting at 23 cents right now. So I like the green dot here. I would play this one. I'd be a buyer of this one. We were buying it. You should have been buying it right here off these green dots here on the daily at around 21. You're already up around 10% off that entry. But I would just use a stop loss at this previous low if you want to use one at 19 cents. I don't see that one breaking down below 19, and that one is actually up on the day here. I see one for CRV, Curve. Nasty day on Curve today, down 9%. Again, guys, there's going to be red days on the way up. Look at this big parabolic move last time in 2024. Red day there, red day there, red day there, red day there, red day, red day. Okay, there's red days on the way up. Okay, Ethereum breaking out over that $2,800 level is huge for altcoins. But I really like Curve here above 60 cents. Okay, I think today is an opportunity to add. Let's look at the 4-hour real quick. Okay, you can watch the 4-hour for a green dot if you want, but I don't see Curve going down below 60. That one also has a green dot here on the monthly as well. So I think today is a great buying opportunity for this asset on this pullback. 9% is a big overreaction. Up above 60 cents, this thing's still very bullish. Here's one for ENA. ENA, did this one give the monthly? That one's got a nice green candle here. So again, when your asset pulls back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months in a row, see that 5 red months in a row here, and then you got the green candle here. This is the reversal, okay? This is the reversal candle. This is where you want to be looking for pullbacks at entries. If you believe in ENA, I like this one. Again, we should have been entering right here off these green dots. But if you missed it, again, you got a red day that's down 7%. You can get back in. I like this one as long as we hold those lows right there at 28 cents. I think it looks really good. Okay, and the weekly looks like it's going to give you the signal here as well. ENA looks good here. If you believe in the project, I think right now is a great time to be looking for a position. ICP. I was actually looking at ICP the other day. This actually looks really good. Okay, everyone talks about their tech all the time. But you could see, again, another name that went down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months in a row. One of the nastiest dips that has ever happened in the markets happened from December to May this year. That was 6 months of down. If I scroll out of ICP's chart, it has never gone down for 6 months in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, green. Okay? 1, 2, green, 1, 2, green, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, green. Okay, it has never dipped 6 months in a row. So again, if you believe in Chainlink, if you're long on it, if you believe in the long-term growth of the project, because you guys should be buying good fundamental names, you should know what you're buying. You shouldn't be buying meme coins. You shouldn't be buying shit coins. You should be buying things based on their tech and based on their utility. Are people using them? Is their technology going to be adopted? Okay, and I don't know too much about ICP, but what I will tell you is I really like the chart. I'd really like this reversal here. It's up 23% in the month of June, and it broke out over the EMA. So again, if you guys have followed the channel, you guys know all about the cheat sheet. So a way where you can just invest strictly on the daily chart, you don't even need the monthly chart, is just to pay attention to the moving averages. Okay, the moving averages are our mean on this cheat sheet here. Okay, this takeoff phase happens when we break out over the mean. Okay, what happened? What's happening right now? We're breaking out over the mean, over the averages. Okay, we know we're in a downtrend on the daily chart. We know that the dot is red on the daily chart just by looking at where we are in regards to the EMA lines. Okay, when we are down below the mean, okay, when we're down below it, the averages, you can see these are the averages right here. Okay, we got rejected, got rejected, got rejected, got rejected. Downtrend, downtrend. That's when the EMAs are acting as resistance. What happened here? Boom, we broke out right here in May. We had a little pullback, bounced right there at around 4, and now we're really breaking out here. I really like ICP. I don't see this one going any lower than 450. I would be looking to buy all pullbacks now on this one. I would even be taking a position right now if I wanted to go long on it and I wasn't in it. I think this is a great place to enter. You have a pretty easy stop loss there on the macro time frame at $4. I don't see that one going lower than 4. And again, looking to buy any and every pullback on this name. This could pull back to 550. I think 550 would be a great spot to snag some. But again, if you believe in this project, it should go back to all-time highs, right? Which, well, I don't know if it'll go back to all-time highs, but it should go back up, right? At least to $20 if you believe in it. If you believe in the project, you should think it's going to break out above that, right? So it doesn't matter if you buy it at 6 or at 550 right now if you're long over the next 1 to 6 months, because it won't matter. Okay, but above, I would say above 450, this one looks really good. That was the low from here, and also we bounced right here at around 470. But I like ICP here. I do. I don't know enough about their tech to invest into it, but I do really like the chart. I see one from Matthew for Whiff. And by the way, guys, if we can get this stream to 300 likes, I will give away 300 XRP before we sign off here today. If we can do it on the replay, if you're watching the replay, I'll give away 100 XRP if we can get the 300 likes. We almost got it on Monday's video. We were like literally 5 likes away from hitting 300 likes. So if we can hit 300... If you guys are watching, hopefully we can do it on the stream and I'll give away 300 XRP. But if we can't, I'll do it on the replay and I'll give away 100 XRP to somebody in the Discord if we can get the 300 on the replay by Friday, by the next stream. Whiff's still setting up nicely here above 80. 80 is probably your stop loss if you want to set one. I think today's a great day to add on this red day. Again, the monthly chart is what? The monthly chart is green, so the macro direction is in our favor. We can put our stop loss right at the bottom of the monthly candle right there at around 78. Okay, you look at the daily, that's those lows from right there. If you want to set a stop loss, that's a great place to do it, but I like this one. Again, what happened? We were down below the EMAs, below the EMAs, below the EMAs. What happened here? Broke out. We broke out over the EMA. We took off. We got over the mean. Okay, boom. What did we do? We pulled back. Okay, we pulled back. Okay, and right here was our pocket to enter first, right there at 550. You had the green dot there on the daily right there at around 57 cents. It went all the way up to around 150. Okay, if you guys entered on this green dot right here, you made 157%. Okay, give yourselves a hand. Okay, and now what are we doing? We're pulling back into the EMA again. We made a bottom. You had a double bottom right there. So again, this is our bottom. Okay, that is our zero. 78 cents is the stop loss. If that breaks, we'll most likely come back down here to 50. Okay, but with the way the weekly's looking, with the way the monthly's looking, everything's pointing up. So if you want to set a stop loss, set it at 78, but I'm still bullish on Whiff. I'd be adding here, if anything, at 94 cents. Paul says, Ondo has big news on the XRP ledger. What was that news, buddy? Tokenized U.S. Treasury. When did that drop? Did that drop today? Not really affecting the price if it dropped today. I see one for NVTS. NVTS is a semiconductor, so this one's going parabolic here. So this is one I would tread lightly with. Again, this is just me as a trader. I don't like to buy things way off of the EMAs. If you got in up here, I think they had the partnership with NVIDIA or something like that. I honestly wouldn't buy this one until it came back down to 4 or 3. To me, I'm too late. I would definitely, if you want to play the continuation, I would set a stop loss at $7. Just make sure that holds, but I'm profit taking up here. I'm profit taking. If you get a red dot tomorrow, I would take some off or set a stop loss right there at around $7. Okay, because that is, I mean, you're sitting way off of the averages right now. Again, you're like 60% off the averages. Okay, that means you're way up here. Okay, 60% up normally means a retracement is coming because everyone's excited about it. Everyone's having a good time. Everyone's shouting about it. And then they flush them out, and then restart. Boom. Okay, and then retail piles back in. They end up panic selling down here, right? Get impatient right here, and then get back in up here. It's a revolving door. It's a constant cycle. Okay, so way too expensive to buy. Okay, if you want to play the continuation, like I said, if that breaks down below 7, okay, I'd be looking to pick it up down here around $4. What else we got? See one for Pepe. Pepe, what's going on, brother? Okay, Pepe's got a red day, but again, still very strong here. Again, as long as we're up above the mean, up above the averages, we're going up. Okay, if we're up above the averages, that means the green, it's green on the monthly. Okay, we got our confirmation. Again, if you're using our selling strategy that I went over at the beginning of the video, look where Pepe's monthly stochastic is right now. It's at 18, meaning we're 18% of the way to the top here. Okay, Pepe looks phenomenal. If anything, I'd be adding on days like today. It looks like it's down 6%. Okay, it's down 6% today, guys, but in the last 7 days, it's up 30%. So we're up 30%, down 5% as a long-term, right, investor who is looking 1 to 6 months out. That is not that is not bearish. That is very bullish. Okay, up 30%, down 5% has no effect on us. Okay, and again, your entry signal came right there. We called that out on, I believe that was Monday's stream, right there at 0.00001. So you're up, I don't know, 15%, down a little bit today, but I still really like this one. As long as these lows hold right here, you're good. Okay, chart looks fantastic. Very bullish. I see one for Doge. Doge needs to hold, I would say, 18 cents. Okay, what's the monthly saying on this? It is still green here on the monthly. I'd love to see a signal on the monthly here from Doge. We'll see how this thing plays out tomorrow, but the level I'm currently watching is 18 cents. I want to see if that holds. If that breaks, we'll probably come back down here and test 17. The true stop loss would be down there at 17, so we'll see how that plays out. Let's check the smaller time frame here. See, it's trying to round here. 4 hours right into the 50, so we'll see if we get some buyers here stepping in overnight. I mean, we got the China deal today. That's great news for the markets. So we'll see how we react in the morning. But again, we're still bullish as long as the monthly remains green. In the macro over the next 1 to 6 months, I don't think we've seen anything. Okay, I don't think we've seen a damn thing yet. Okay, this little pump over the last, I mean, Doge is up in the last 7 days, 20%, and it's down 2-3% today. So up above 17 cents, I still like Doge. That's where we bottomed here. We actually put in a double bottom at that level. So up above 17, I'm still a holder of Doge. I would put that stop loss at 17, though. How high do I think Pepe will go? I'll show you guys a pretty cool tool that I use to get price targets. So I'll pull up Pepe here. So what you want to do is you want to use the, it's called the, what's it called? It's called the trend-based Fibonacci. Okay. So this is a tool that I really like for price targets here. So what you could do is you could set a macro signal here. So like I could go off this low right here. So what you want to do with this, again, it's called the trend-based Fibonacci extension. So what you want to do is you want to start at the low. So like we bottomed right here back in March. That was the bottom. So you want to click and you want to drag it up to where we pumped to. So this was the top here. This was the most recent top. And then this is the third bottom we're getting here, okay? Or the second bottom we're getting is right here today, off the high. Okay, so I drag that down there, and then you could see some price targets. So Pepe, okay, the first target would be right there at 0.00002. The next one would be around 0.0003. Next one would be 0.004, all the way up to 0.006. So best case scenario, I think it hits that 0.00006 level. Okay, if you look at that on a monthly chart. Jeez, that looks ugly. Okay, that's up there at 0.006. And that fits kind of right in with where we're at. Like, this thing's telling us we're like 20% of the way to the top. So I think somewhere between 0.004 and 0.000006 for Pepe. Okay, again, that's the trend-based fib extension there. Everyone has access to that tool. I see one for CCL, Carnival Cruise Lines. I like the airlines and I like the cruise lines right now. Carnival Cruise Lines looks fantastic here with that monthly green dot. They do got earnings coming up next week, so that's something to pay attention to. But this is one I'm looking for a pullback on, right? We want to see that pullback on the daily now. Okay, just like how we want that stochastic to be up here to sell, we want it to be down here to buy. So again, you have the confirmation, right? Go back to the rules. Okay, let's go back to the rules here really quick. Okay, all the way down here to the trading rules. Okay, monthly green plus daily green equals buy. Okay, so you have the monthly, right? Check that box. We got the monthly signal on CCL. Again, Carnival Cruise Line is a cruise line, obviously, right? It's summertime. People are traveling. People are going on vacation. People are going on cruises, right? This is a really good time of the year for the company. So their stock should perform decently here in the summer. And you have the signal here from the chart. So what's the next step? The next step is to now zoom into the daily, watch for a pullback into the EMAs and a green dot. Okay, I want to see this stochastic RSI back down here at 0 and a green dot, and that's where I'll enter. If you could pick this one up at like 22, I think that'd be a steal. Okay, or 21 would be even better, but I don't see it breaking down below 21. It does have earnings, so that's always a wild card, obviously. Which name were we talking about? We were talking about Lulu a while ago. What did Lulu do? Okay, they shit the bed. They actually beat their earnings, but what did they do? They sold off. So that's why earnings is always a gamble. It could pay off really nicely, or obviously it could go against you. So earnings is something that you just got to keep in mind, right? The move could happen. It could go either way. They could announce something that a CEO's leaving or whatever the case may be. That's kind of the risk you have with buying stocks, is that volatile earnings report. But I really like the chart, man. I like the green on the monthly. I just be looking for the daily dot now. Okay, watch for that daily signal. And that one is on the watch list. So if you guys missed Friday's watch list, you guys can get that over here. Those are all the stocks and cryptocurrencies we are looking to buy. This week, we drop that every Friday. We'll be live here on Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific time as well, going over this week's watch list for next week. We always do that on Friday going into the following week. So that is on the watch list. So that will be called out over here in the daily alert section when you get it. But I do like CCL. CCL's, I think, is a solid play. I would like to see it at $21, $22 and pick that up like an Alabama tick. Okay, we got A to Cardano. Cardano's still green. I mean, again, Cardano has done nothing for 4 months. We've gone sideways for 4 months here. But we are green on the monthly, so we are looking for the pullbacks on the day. I think today's dip is a great opportunity. I think today's dip is going to be met with an even bigger move tomorrow. Okay, everyone rushed into the market yesterday, and now they're making people pay for it. Okay, you should have been entering Cardano right here at 65. You're still up 10%. But I don't see this one. I mean, 68 looks like a solid support level for it. We'll see how it acts tomorrow. And it's green on the weekly. So you're green on the weekly, green on the monthly. Okay, I'm talking about the candles. We don't got the dots yet, but we do have green candles. And we're bouncing on the 9 right now. So I'm still going to leave the stop loss down here at 62 because I don't see it breaking down below 62. I still like it. Still a holder here. Again, looking for days like today for opportunities to nibble it some more. You can see we're pulling right back into the 50 on the 4 hour there. And I think 62 is a solid support for Cardano. That one's also on the watch list here. Here's one for SUI, S-U-I. And if I miss your guys' request, if it gets lost in the chat, just drop it again in the chat. Keep dropping it. And I don't spam, but just continue to drop it. Again, I'm trying to get to everybody's here. Again, if you guys are on the stream, I will give you guys priority access. You can see how many chart requests we're getting here on Wednesday. Okay, I will give you guys priority access if you come over here and support the channel by clicking this join button. You click join here, and then you'll be a YouTube Spartan. This is a separate membership from the Discord, but this gives you that priority access to chart requests. Okay, and you also get those watch lists and a ton more benefits when you sign up for that. Okay, I will give you priority access if you are a member, obviously. And I appreciate you guys supporting the channel too. I am now full-time doing this, full-time trader, full-time creator. So I love sharing this information with you guys, man. It's awesome to see our community growing. We're over 15,000 people in the Discord now. So, I mean, we're growing like crazy, man. I love the community. Again, this channel is not about me. It's not about you. It's about all of us working together here. Okay? We're all here to share information. Some of my best trades this year have come off your guys' chart requests. Okay? So, again, it's not about me, not about you. It's about all of us working together. Sui, I still really like Sui above $3. I was telling you guys to buy this one right here at $2.90. When it pulled back into the average, you can see it pulled back into the 200. Boom, we did the Ripski. Okay, this one's looking good. I still like Sui here. Still a solid hold. You can see the weekly starting to curl up here. And the monthly's also sitting with a green, big fat green candle here. So if you want to set a stop loss, set it right there at $3. I think if we break down below 3, we'll be in trouble. But, yeah, like I said, we'll see how we react tomorrow. If we can get a big fat green day tomorrow, you guys know this move is for real. And I don't see it breaking down below 3. You got the golden cross right back here in May. Nice little pullback. Again, we know we're in a downtrend when we're below the EMAs, guys. We know we're in an uptrend when we are up above the EMAs. We should be looking for the pullbacks when we're above the EMA lines. Okay? Don't want to buy these green dots down here on the daily. Why? Because we're in a downtrend. We're stuck in a downtrend. We're below the EMAs. Boom. Breakout over the EMAs. Okay, the bulls are back in control. Pullback, green dot, Ripski. Pullback, green dot, green dot. Okay, Ripski's coming, baby. The Ripski's coming up above 3. Sui looks solid here. Okay, solid. BTC, I don't really care about Bitcoin right now. I could care less about it. Obviously, I want to see it do good, but I'm not paying attention to Bitcoin right now. It does have a green dot on the monthly. It is pushing up. I think it could potentially hit 120 to 160, somewhere in that range. But again, if you're buying Bitcoin, I mean, if we go to 120, that's 10%. If we go to 160, yeah, that's 49%. But if you look at something like Ethereum, like if we go back to all-time highs on Ethereum right now, okay, we're all the way back at 5,000. That's at 78. Okay, something like, let's go with Chainlink. Chainlink goes back to just where it was back here in 2021 at all-time highs. That's 255%. So with Bitcoin, right, I'm watching the dominance chart. The dominance chart is giving us some red, some sell signals here, which is good. Because when the dominance chart goes down, okay, alts go crazy. Okay, and this thing's trying to drop. It needs to get below like 63%, and then the party's really going to start. But it is showing signs of topping. So the Bitcoin dominance chart just represents the amount of money that is in Bitcoin in the crypto market. So right now, if you go over here to coinmarketcap.com, you can see there's $3.41 trillion right now invested into the markets. $3.41 trillion invested if you add up every single market cap for every single coin together. Okay, 63 or 64% of that is in Bitcoin. So when people sell their Bitcoin at the end of the cycle, this happens every cycle, okay? When they sell their Bitcoin and this starts to go down and it really starts to crash, you can see right here back in 2024, it hit 54, okay? And you could see if I go to December 2024, somewhere in that range, like on Ethereum's chart, okay, you can see that's when we were at the top for Ethereum. So altcoins go up when Bitcoin dominance goes down because people are selling their Bitcoin and rotating into alts. Okay, they rotate into Ethereum, Chainlink, XRP, Solana, all those names. So this chart is what I'm watching with Bitcoin. I don't think I mean, you guys missed the wave on Bitcoin. Again, the time to invest in Bitcoin was right here in 2023 when we called out the dot at 16,000. If you guys bought that, you're up. I mean, you're up 580%. So you're already up a massive amount. Like I said, can it hit 200K? Maybe. But that would be less than 100% from right here. This one came right here in 2023 in October at 24,000. That's a 360% trade. Is it green on the monthly again? Yes, it is. But I think the gains are going to be very limited in Bitcoin. I would be looking to alts right now. Okay? I would be looking to altcoins. And again, that's just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. I got a disclaimer over here in the Discord. Okay, so you can't sue me or anything. Again, past results are not guaranteed. Okay, this is for entertainment, education purposes only. You guys can read the disclaimer. I'm not a licensed broker. I'm just a guy that likes to look at a chart and say, hey, that looked interesting. Wait, that was the same signal that came back here in 2019 at 4,000. Oh, and the same one that came back here in 2015 at $300. I mean, if I'm a betting man, I'm going to place my bets here, here, and here. Maybe here, here, and here too. Okay, because those paid really well. Okay, this one did really well. So 90% of the green dots on the monthly chart for Bitcoin were fantastic signals. Okay, and this one came right here at like 95, I believe. 95, 96, I can't remember. But that came last month in May. So, yeah, I mean, that's just kind of how we approach it, guys. We try to use logic here. We're not just blowing smoke up people's rear ends. We're trying to use a logical path of thinking by looking at past data. I think that's what logic represents, is just by looking at past events and making decisions, right? That's how we grow. That's how we learn. So, yeah, that's what I think of Bitcoin here. I think the gains are going to be very limited. What do you mean not TikTok? Every time I go live on TikTok, they shut my live down and they say I'm a scammer. So I just quit going because I don't want my account to get banned on TikTok. That's why I don't go live on TikTok. I wish I could because I have a massive audience on TikTok, but literally every time I go live now, they shut me down and they tell me I'm a scammer. So, yeah. Yep, I bought Ether yesterday. I sold DJT. I finally got the hell out of DJT. And I bought Ether. Ether is the Ethereum ETF. And this is just my play on Ethereum. And you guys can follow all my trades, by the way, over here. If you guys sign up and become a member, it's $4 a month. But you can see I sold my DJT. That was my worst trade of the year. Just totally disappointing. Got tired of looking at it. And I really liked the breakout that we got on Ethereum yesterday. So my way of playing Ethereum was buying options on the Ethereum ETF. So I think I bought the 36 calls for September at like 62 cents. I bought them. So that's my way of playing Ethereum for this cycle. I'm not buying Ethereum. I'm buying the options, right? Options are very risky too. They're like 10x leverage, but if Ethereum does break out here like I think it's going to, I mean, I have the conviction as myself as a trader with this green dot here on the monthly to think that we are going up over the next 1 to 6 months. If I'm right, that's going to pay off very well. But I do like the fact that Ethereum is breaking out here. Again, that break of 2,800 yesterday is very bullish. And it also had a green dot here yesterday as well off the breakout. So I really like this one. I mean, it could drop all the way down to like $18 and still be bullish. But there's a lot of volume coming into Ethereum right now, which tells me that the buyers are very, very strong. Okay, you can see the volume picking up here on Ethereum. So, and again, we've been putting in a massive bull flag for like 3 weeks. Okay, again, we knew Ethereum was in a downtrend when we were down below the EMAs, right? Down below, down below, down below. What do we do right here? Big boy money coming in. Okay, no longer in a downtrend. Okay, now we're building a base, getting ready to absolutely explode here. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, I know, guys. The strategy, sometimes it's very boring, right? When stuff goes sideways like this for 3-4 weeks, people get very frustrated. They're like, what the hell's going on? But again, there's only 3 things that a market does. If you can identify what a market's doing, you can make a lot of money in stocks and crypto. We go up, we go down, and we go sideways. And like I said, it's always these phases right here, right? When we went sideways here on Ethereum from August 2024 to November, that was 3 months of chop, 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 chop. Okay, 3 months of this. 3 months of this, not doing anything. But then what happened? Okay. We shifted from the consolidation phase to the let's go parabolic phase, right? And then we're up here at 4K, and you're like, damn, I wish I was buying down here at $2,000 a month ago. I could have made 2x my money. I could have turned my 10 into 20,000. Okay? And then turns out this is where everyone ends up buying, right? Retail gets really excited when markets go straight up. Retail's not excited when we're just doing this. And smart money, they know that. Okay? They know you're getting impatient right now. They know you want that bag. They know. Okay, they understand what greed is. Okay, patience pays, folks. Greed is a sin. Okay, don't chase that fast money. Chase that smart money. Okay, right now is a great time to dig your heels in and hold the line. Okay, that's not just coming from me. That's coming from the chart. I mean, this is 100% hit rate right now. 100% if you have the nuts or if you have the brains to hold. Okay, I apologize to any women watching it. That was stupid to say because I know we got some women coming into the channel. I love women getting into crypto. I think that's awesome. But again, this is 100% hit rate here, folks. You can see it on my screen. I'm not making this up. 100%. If you bought here, 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 and here, you made a lot of money. Same signal showing up here, folks. Same one. Yeah, everyone wants to get rich quick. I mean, that's just the way it goes. But if you listen to some of the smartest investors of all time, aka like Warren Buffett, he tells you, man. He tells you, buy and hold. Okay, if you're buying stuff you're not willing to hold for at least, I mean, he says 20 years, but I'm more of a 1 to 6 month, right, get in, get out kind of guy based on, you know, the technicals. But I'm telling you guys, all those day traders you guys see on TikTok that are showing you their Lambos and their big houses and all the girls and all the chicks, I guarantee you they're just making money off selling courses. They're just making money off selling you a trading course. They're not making money in the markets. Okay? That's just facts. It's proven. 90 to 95% of day traders fail. Fail. F. Okay? But if you could stay long, right, you can make money in these markets, guys. If you can understand how market cycles work, okay, what phase we're in, okay, and use some type of indicator. I mean, we use a number of indicators here. And again, you guys can get these same indicators that we're talking about here over here in the Discord. Okay, just click on this link right here. I have a free trading course over here. I don't charge you guys for education. I try to give you guys all the education I can provide for free. I'm never going to charge for a course or anything like that. Okay, I refuse to make people pay for education. So, again, if you want to learn more about the indicators and stuff that we use, there's a free trading course right here under the trading course tab. Joey says DJT monthly looks like it could. Yeah, DJT, I sold it yesterday, so it's probably going to go to the sky now. It's probably going to do a 25x now that I sold it. This has been literally the most disappointing. Like, I was so excited about it right here, dude. This was like, I would take this trade like 9 times out of, I would take it 10 out of 10 times. That trade right there. Okay, we had this downtrend. We broke up. We consolidated. Got the green dot. I was pumped. I was pumped on May 30th on Friday. And then what happens the very next trading day? Donald Trump does a stock raise where he sold like 80 million shares or something like that at a lower price and just rugged it. He rugged his stock. I mean, that was just very unfortunate. That was very unfortunate. But again, that's trading. This trading strategy isn't 100%, guys. So if you guys think it's 100%, no, it's not. That's why we use stop losses and limit our risk to the downside. I lost more than I wanted to on DJT. Okay, but that's all right. That's part of the game. If you're getting into trading, if you're getting into investing, thinking you're not going to make some bad decisions sometimes, you might as well quit now because you're going to make bad decisions. There's going to be things that go against you. The fact that this happened the day after we got the green dot, I thought it was a sign that just it's not meant to be. But like I said, I'm out of it now. It's still red on the monthly, so I don't know how far down it's going to go. Personally, I would probably wait for a green monthly dot just to be sure. But yeah, very disappointing. Very disappointing trade for me on that one. That was literally my worst one. And I sold it, and I bought ETH instead. I'm going to play this ETH ride. I'm going to ride ETH up with the ETF instead of just sitting here waiting for Donald Trump to not rug his stock. So, yeah. QNT. Yeah, I would wait for if you guys are looking at DJT, I would wait for the monthly to flip. Okay, this is where I was getting excited right here back in April when we got that green candle right there. I thought that was the reversal. I thought this was the reversal right here when we got back up over the EMAs. But again, once we lose those EMAs, that tells you that there's not any buyers, right? People aren't interested. And literally, it's very unfortunate that Trump had to do that the next day because this stock, I think, was about to absolutely fly. Okay, that was like a prime time setup right there, bouncing right on the EMA. And then it was up like 15% in the morning. And then he, like I said, he sold a bunch of his shares to raise money to go buy Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So he raised I think it was $2.5 billion to go buy cryptocurrency. So he sold his shares to buy crypto. And that's why the stock got rug pulled right there. I can't remember what they call it an offering. An offering is where the insiders, right? I mean, Trump owns like 60% of all the shares, so he's the whale in the situation. So an offering is where a company, a CEO or an insider will offer stock, right, for a discounted price to raise money to go either invest that money or do whatever with it. And that's what happened there on DJT. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a very, very new project, but I personally wait for the green monthly dot to pop up or to get back over these EMAs. But yeah, that was my worst trade of the year, in case you guys didn't know. Because I'm playing options, Jacob. I played the options. If you come over here to the Overkill trades. Again, if you guys are not a member of the Discord, you guys can join for as little as $4 a month right now. That gets you access to my trades, trade alerts, weekly watch list, advanced analysis, and a bunch more stuff for less than a Starbucks coffee. But I'm playing the options, so I'm using leverage because I got to make that money back from DJT. So that's why I'm buying the ETF. I can't trade options. Maybe I can. I just don't have a platform that allows it. But that's why I'm playing it. But you could see the volume pumping in here. Look at that volume pumping into the ETH ETF. Okay, that's big boy money coming in. Okay, this isn't like little retail investors. Okay, that's the smart money. That's the institutional investors coming in and buying this up. So, yeah, I'm playing the ETF instead of just buying ETH outright, because if ETH goes up, options will pay huge. Again, options are very risky too, so I don't recommend them to new traders. Yeah, you're right, Flower Child. It could in the future. But I'm just so sick of looking at the stock, to be honest with you. I'm going to buy something that looks like it's going up. Right now, Ethereum's ETF. Ethereum looks like it's going up. Okay, I'm tired of watching DJT just shit the bed. Okay, go down, 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 and do nothing. Okay, I want something that's popping off. Okay, so maybe in a perfect world, I'll sell Ethereum up here at 30. Okay, and then I'll go back and buy DJT. But I want to wait for that monthly confirmation there on DJT. What else we got? QNT. Yep, 3 minutes till the new daily candles. 3 minutes till the new crypto candles form here. QNT still very strong here. So this is one, again, we got the green dot there. What was that? Last month at around 70, 80 bucks. We got that around 80. It's sitting at 115 right now. So this is what I'd look for one on a pull. I would continue to hold here, right? Because we're going to hold until that stochastic RSI gets back up here and touches that white dotted line. Okay, or we get back into the red zone. The red zone's up here at like 150, 160. So you still got a lot of room on that one. If it pulls back to like 90 or 100, that'd be a good place to add. ALK, that's Alaska Airlines, right? Looks like it is retracing. So this one needs to hold on to this low right here at like 40, what was that, 48? I want to see that hold 48. I'm more of a Delta guy here. I'm more of a Delta. When I fly, I like to fly Delta. Alaska's okay, but I would watch 48. If that thing breaks down and closes before 48, you could be in trouble. But you want to see a green day tomorrow. You want to see that one get back up and not break down below 48. Axel, AXL. Everyone was talking about this. This had a huge move. They must have had some type of news or something, because that was up 51% yesterday. Okay, big fat candle right there on the monthly. Big candle there. So it is now up above those EMAs. So I don't see this one breaking down below 30 cents. And yeah, if you want to buy it, I mean, I don't know if this thing's going to go absolutely parabolic here. It's got the weekly signal. So what I do actually is look for the 4 hour. Watch for a 4 hour dot, just like we did here on RIZ. Okay, the 4 hour was pulling back here. On some of these meme coins, you want to use the 4 hour. So like with something like, what were we just looking at? Axel. So you see how there's not a lot of data on the chart? That's just because it's too new on the monthly. So if this is the case, what you want to do is get into the weekly. And you can see, boom, we got a green dot showing up this week. So just how the monthly and the daily pair well together, the weekly and the 4-hour pair well together. So if Axel could retrace to like 40 or 35 back down here into the EMAs on the 4-hour, that'd be awesome. But what I'd wait for is a green dot here on the 4-hour to enter. Okay, it had this big move up. That's great, right? Beautiful. Now it's probably going to retrace down here to 35, 40, or even 45 and give you a green dot. We got new daily candles here coming in. We got a red dot there from XCN. So every day at 5 p.m., guys, we get new crypto candles. That's Pacific time. So whatever time it is right now, you guys are watching the stream, you guys get new crypto candles every day. So that means we get a new daily candle, which means we get a new dot, right? You got CRO giving a red. You got INJ giving a red. Keep it again. We're not really worried about these red dots right now, guys, on the daily. We don't care about them. We care about the red dots up here in the red zone, okay? We care about these ones, okay? Not the ones way down here, okay? So nothing to worry about, okay? Nothing to trip out about. What CRO, the other one. And again, we call these out in real time over here in the Discord. Okay, we call the dailies out, we call the weeklies out, and we call the monthlies out along with those golden dots as well over here in the trade alerts section of the Discord. You do have to be a member in order to get access to those. If you guys don't see them, just come over here, click this link right here, and you can sign up for as little as a Starbucks coffee a month. Okay, that's $4 a month. But Axel, yeah, I'd watch the 4-hour on that one. DJT, I'm not holding. Nope. I posted that in my trades. I sold it yesterday and bought Ethereum's ETF. I bought the calls at $36. I got tired of it. I want to buy something that's going up. DJT's just shit in the bed. But now that I sold, it'll probably go 10x now. It'll probably come out tomorrow that Trump is doing whatever. He's probably going to do something like buy Snapchat or something, and then boom. SOUN, I still like this one above $9. I still really like it. I'm watching for a daily dot there on SOUN. Okay, this is an AI play, but I think this one's going to do very, very well. Up above $9, I'd still be bullish on this one. Again, looking to buy the daily dot here on this one. I think above 9, it looks really good. What's Telcoin? TEL? Telcoin still looks pretty weak. Okay, down below the EMA is not my favorite. That shows a lack of buyers to me. But if you're playing it, I would use the bottom of this month's candle here, 0.038, as the stop loss. That's right down here. Looks like we put in a double bottom at that level. So as long as it holds that level, you're probably fine. You're probably all right. Looks like a weekly is going to come here pretty soon as well. XRP. XRP still fine above 2. Again, everyone's excited about XRP up here at $3. Pretty much crickets right now on XRP. People are getting very impatient with XRP, right? Very impatient. Very impatient. Sideways. Okay, not going parabolic. If you guys were on the channel, we called the green dot out on XRP at like 50 cents. 50 cents we were buying XRP here. Did the Ripski. Okay, did the absolute Ripski. Still green on the monthly, so I still am in the trade, right? We still want to be in the trade if we're holding it up above $2. As long as it can hold on to $2, I think that's the new support level there for XRP. But the dot's still green on the daily. I would love to see a weekly dot this week by the end of the week. So I think today's going to be a big day. Today meaning tomorrow, because we just got the new signals. But if we can get a green day across the board here, especially on ETH, XRP, things like that, I think alts, I mean, I'm still fully bullish on alts right now, guys. Okay, up above 2, XRP still fine. MSTR, macro strategy. Okay, still watching 360 on that one. 360 is the stop loss. We're still green there on the daily. Green candle there on the monthly. And that weekly is trying to curl here. So, yeah, that's an easy trade with a stop loss at 360 on MSTR. That's a no-brainer. Stop loss. So, XRP is not shit in the bed. It's just going sideways. Just not doing anything. Just stuck. But Solana, I still really like above 140. Up above 140, we're still in Solana. Green there on the monthly. Weekly's curling here. We got the weekly signal today. in the Discord over here, right here at 7:22 a.m. But again, the dots can fade, guys. So a dot is never confirmed until a candle closes. But we did get the signal go off on the weekly, which is a signal of a potential bottom here on Solana. So off that signal, I'd be using a stop loss at 140 because the signal popping up there tells me that this previous low right here at 140 should be my stop loss. And that's the low from right here and the low from right here. So up above 140, I still really like Solana. Compound, beautiful move there. Really nice breakout there. So we've taken off. Did this one have news or something? Did this one have news on that breakout? Because that's a really nice breakout. So that looks very similar. Very similar to what happened back here. Okay, look what happened. We broke out, we pulled back, and we ripped. That's a huge breakout right there. A beautiful breakout. That weekly dot came last week at like $40. It's up 50% off that. And the monthly looks like it's going to print. So I like comp here. That's a beautiful breakout there. Okay, as long as it can hold 40. They must have had a lot of volume. Yeah, huge volume coming in. So when I look at Compound, I was invested at Compound at one time, but they just, I was looking at their Twitter and they didn't tweet for like 2 years. And I think they're under investigation or something like that. But that's why I decided to sell my bag and buy something else. But I like this thing over 40 bucks. It looks good. And that monthly signal looks like it's coming here very, very shortly. So I like comp here. Okay, I liked it better down here off the dot at 40 bucks. But if it pulls back to like 52, 48, 44, those are your levels you want to be looking to buy. Stochastic's a little high. I'd like to see the stochastic closer to 0 before I took an entry on that one. But this was a great pocket to buy it right here. ZBEC. I was waiting for this one. I was waiting for it. So that one still doesn't have the signal. Still very overbought, man. I don't know. This is very hypey coin. You got a weekly signal here on the weekly. I'd be careful on this one, man. I'd be careful, but it is trying to bounce here on 4. If you believe in it, if you believe it's the next XRP like everyone's talking about, as soon as people start saying that kind of shit, I get scared. I get really scared, okay? Because we call that delusion. Okay, people are just, oh my God, it's never going down, it's going straight up. Anyone who says different is an idiot. Well, we dropped that was a 50% drop right there. So if you're in ZBEC, if you believe in the project, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set a stop loss right there at 0.035. That's going to be a big level for you. But on the macro, that weekly signal looks pretty scary. And yeah, we don't got a green dot on the daily yet. So I'm watching that level right there. If that breaks, it could come down to 0.002. Yeah, Kita's kind of one that scares me too. Just because of how much hype there is around it right now. But as long as Kita can hold on to $1, it looks fine. Okay, as long as it holds $1, it looks fine. You can see how it pulls back into the 4-hour here, into the EMA, and bounces, pulls back, bounces. Okay, you want to make sure that EMA holds. Okay, and that's it right there at $1. Right there at $1. And they're doing some big test net thing with Google tomorrow, so. Sold your ZBEC. Hopefully you got out near the top. What else we got? Any more requests, guys? I see one for Adam. Adam's just bouncing around again. We're in a consolidation phase. We're in one of these phases, going sideways. So up above 4, I still like Adam here. That one did have a green dot there for a second, but I would just make sure that one holds on to 4. Not my favorite looking chart, but just understand you're in a consolidation phase. You want this, obviously, but this comes after this sideways. Yeah. Yeah, the scammers are on every platform, guys. If you guys get anybody named Overkill sending you a friend request or adding you as a friend or sending you a message, it is not me. Okay? I will never add you as a friend, and I will never DM you first. Okay? That's right at the top of the server rules here. I will never friend request you or DM you asking for money, cryptocurrency, nothing. Okay? I'll never, ever, ever, under no circumstance, send you a DM first. Never. Okay, and I will never send you a friend request. If you send me a DM, if you click on my name and send me a DM, or if you send me a friend request, I will send you a DM back. I will send you a friend request back, but I will never do it on any platform, on Discord, on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, anything. I will never, ever, ever, under no circumstance, send you a friend request. Never. AIOZ. Okay, this one's popping off. This one has the weekly signal, so you guys can see that the weekly signals, again, the bigger the time frame you guys look at with the indicator. So if you're looking at a monthly, that's going to be the most accurate signal for a macro reversal, and the weekly is going to be the second most. So you can see we got the weekly one showing up this week. I told you guys off that signal, we want to be watching the low from the previous candle right there at 29.30 cents. Okay, off that low right there, it looks really good. Okay, as long as that low can hold. And it's pulled back here on the 4-hour into the EMAs. So I would buy AIOZ off this weekly signal here. Again, the weekly pairs well with the 4-hour. I would buy the next green dot here on the 4-hour. That's how I would play that. And I want it to hold that low from right there at 30. Okay, but that weekly signal looks very bullish. You can see the last time we got weekly signals was back here in 2024. We got them during this range, and then we did the Ripski. So I still really like AIOZ here. I see one for Bonk. Bonk's weekly is trying to reverse here. The monthly is still green, and the daily is trying to find support right here at 0.016, but our stop loss is at this low right here off the green dot at 0.000014. Okay, watch that level right there. You want that level to hold. Okay, you want that level to hold right there. If that breaks, you got to consider potentially selling or looking to buy more maybe down here at this level. But again, the weekly's still green and the monthly candle's still green, so nothing's hurt yet. And you can see the 4 hours just pulling back a little bit here. Stochastic getting close to the floor. And we'll see what happens. I think tomorrow is going to be a green day. I think we're going to push up. But again, I don't have a crystal ball, so I can't be for sure. But based on the price action, again, guys, we just went up 30% in 5 days. We had a little bit of a pullback yesterday. So we'll see how we react. We'll see if the bears step in and eat that up. And I think they're going to. I do think they're going to eat that up. I think tomorrow we'll have a reversal day and we'll be green again. Jobby. Joby. Doing the Ripski. Okay, but this one's up in the red zone. Look where it topped. Literally topped at the top of the red zone there. So this is not a bad place to take some off the table. Again, if you're using our strategy, you would have been buying right here in this pocket into the EMAs and maybe right here at 6. So you're up 50%, okay, 50, 60%. Not a bad place to sell some. We're way off of the EMAs now. And is this one up in after hours? I saw Trump sign some kind of bill or something after hours. But, yeah, I'd use a stop loss if you want to play continuation at 850. 850 on that one. But that had a big sell hammer there at the end of the close there. It did close green. What else we got? SIE. Is that a stock or a crypto? Do you mean SEI? Do you mean SEI? The SEI's green here on the monthly to start the month. Weekly's green. That looks good. And I like it above 17. I don't see an SIE. I think you mean SEI. Kava. Kava's got a green dot here on the monthly. KAVA. So it looks like a good place for a long here. I don't know anything about this project. It's very choppy. But as long as it can hold on to like 35 cents, it looks fine. Looks fine. And you got the green dot right there. So again, if you believe in the project and you're using our strategy, this is a good place to be looking to add on those green dots. Okay, this last one came right here at around 40. It went all the way up to 48 for a 20% move and pulled back a little bit, but very choppy right now. XRP recovered. You're going to have to watch the replay. And all of our replays, guys, for all of our live streams are posted right here in the latest tab in the Discord. The Discord is free to join. We do have the membership perks, but you don't have to be a member to watch the replays here on YouTube. Okay, right here. You can watch yesterday's or Mondays and then Fridays. Every live stream's posted right there in the latest tab in case you guys missed it. We are live every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Don't you look at me that way? Yeah. I still like H-bar above 15 cents here. Okay, got a green candle here on the monthly. Green dot looks like it wants to come. It really just needs to hold that 15-cent level, and it looks good. Again, very choppy right now. 15 cents is your stop loss on it. The dot is still green here. Watch for that weekly to come here this week or next week. If that comes, guys, that is just one more confirmation that we need, okay, that we are going higher. Really watching weekly charts right now. And again, we call out all the weekly dots over here in the Discord. Those are going to be the first things to fire before the monthly. We got one on Matic for crypto and also on Solana. OP even had one this week. XTZ had one. LDO, ARB, ETC, Pepe had one as well. That was on the 9th. That was what, 2 days ago? Now you guys are talking. Now I see some requests coming through. Drop them, baby. And what do we need? Another 170 likes on the video for a 300 XRP giveaway? 300 XRP giveaway at 300 likes on stream, guys. We've never hit it. We hit 200 a couple weeks ago. I gave away 200. Let's do 300 now. Okay, if we can get it on the replay, I'll give away 100 XRP. But it has to be by Friday. INJ, I still really like above 10 bucks. Got a red dot here today, so if you wanted to set a stop loss, set it at 12, but I'm keeping the macro stop losses. Okay, the macro stop loss for me would be 10 here on INJ. Honestly, wouldn't even set stop losses in this market, guys. I would just be looking for places to add. If it comes down to 12, I would buy more. Okay, and if that breaks, I'd buy more here at 10. But this is still holding onto its EMAs, looking good. Again, we were in a downtrend. We know we're in a downtrend. We're below the EMAs, below the EMAs. We broke up here, pulled back, green dot, rip. Pulled back, green dot, rip. Okay, watch for that continuation tomorrow. But again, as long as we are above the EMAs, we're in an uptrend. That's when we want to be taking positions. These green dots down here did not matter from January to April. Okay, because we were below the EMAs. Okay, we want to buy the green dots on the daily above the EMAs. So we'll see if that red dot closes here tomorrow, but I don't think it's gonna. I think the bulls are going to step right back in and show them who's boss. FET, F-E-T. This one still looks good here above 70 cents. Okay, I still like that one above 70. Monthly is still green here. That green dot is coming here in the next 1 to 3 months, I'd imagine. The weekly is still green here, bouncing on a very important level. Okay, you could use a stop loss at 70, but really you could use it at 60 if you want to use the macro there. Okay, that's this low from right here in April where we broke out. So up above 60, I still really like this one. I think you buy it here at 77. Popcat. Popcat's listed on Coinbase. That's funny, man. I like Popcat above 30 cents. Okay, monthly's green. We're up above the EMA. You just want to make sure it holds 30 cents. You want to make sure that holds. Again, that's a meme coin, so keep that in mind. ARO. ARO had a nasty day yesterday. That was my biggest loser yesterday. But again, we're still up if you count the last 2 days of gains. We're up 30%, down 10% yesterday. We're still up 20% on the week, folks. Still green in the macro. Still green on that weekly candle. I think ARO is a solid buy here. Solid buy here. Up above 50 cents. Okay, we're pretty close to 50 cents, but I might consider buying more of this one here one last time at 55, and then I could just use a stop loss at 50 cents in case that breaks. But I think this one's going to do very well here in this next leg up. Very, very well in this next leg up because this is the largest liquidity provider on the base network. So up above 45, I still really like it. Ram, don't get over the top, man. I will mute you. I already talked about Matic, though. Okay? It looks good above 20. What else we got? VeChain. VChain still looks good above 0.00, is that 0.012? Green on the monthly, okay? We want to pay attention to that. We want the green on the monthly. And you got the weekly starting to turn up here, so I think today is the day, man. I think right now, I mean, we are literally days away from just going parabolic here, I believe. Days, if not weeks. Okay, we're obviously not going to reach the top overnight, but I mean, our target for the last few months has been August to November for the top of altcoin season. So it's only the matter of time before you start getting these big fat green candles here on the monthly and on the weekly. And I mean, they're just lining it right up right now, dude. Charts are looking so good here, man. So good. And we're just in a consolidation phase. So we're sideways right now. Again, it's always up here when we go on that move, when we have that big breakout, when we have that big move to the upside, where people were like, damn, I wish I was buying down here. Right? Up here at 8 cents. You're like, shit, I wish I was buying down here at 2. Right? Why do you wish you were buying at 2 up there? Because you were up 300%. So zoom out of the chart and look. What phase are we in? Are we going up? Are we going down? Or are we going sideways? We're in this right here, guys. Okay, last time this happened, what came? The Ripski. Okay? You guys are familiar with the Ripski, right? If you're not familiar, you're about to learn what the Ripski is here this summer. Okay, the Ripski is the Ripski. That's when we do the Ripski. Got it? Okay, I love VChain down here. I got time for a couple more here, folks. I got time for a couple more. We got 10 cents is still the TIA level. This is TARS AI. This one's still looking good. Still looking good. Coiling here. Okay, you just want to make sure that one holds on to 10 cents. Okay, up above 10 cents looks good. HOJ, I did not, but I will for you, my brother. My YouTube Spartan brother. Okay, up above 15 cents, it's still fine. Still fine. Still green on the weekly. Would love to see a green weekly dot on H-bar. Monthly's green. I would love to see that green dot pop up here this week, by the end of the week, by Sunday. I would love to see a green dot on the weekly chart. If not this week, next week. Okay, but above 15 cents, H-bar still solid. Ave. Avave. Like I just saw the Holy Ghost. Abe's solid, man. Abe's green on the monthly here. This is a solid hold here. Okay, up above 250. This thing's bullish. Okay, we want to buy every single pullback into these EMAs from here on out until this stochastic RSI here gets back up to the white dotted line, just like it was there in January. That's where we're going to look to take profits on Ave. Okay, the last green dot we called this one out as well, guys, in August at $100. It went up to 400 for a 300% move. We're getting the same signal right here this month, and all we need is that stochastic to come back up here and touch that white dotted line. That's what I'd look to sell this. If this pulls back to like 240 or 220, I'd buy the crap out of it. Okay, that one's very strong. Doesn't make it 0x0 doing the Ripski? Is that right? Not really. That's the Ripski. Okay, we're just coiling right here. This one looks okay above 6 cents. SMLR. Ugh, ugly. That one needs to hold on to $30. I don't like it. Red on the monthly. It's trying to build support right here at 30, but we pierced down below it. So if you want to take a chance on that, I'd wait for the green dot, then use a stop loss of like $28. Chirp. Chirp's the other low market cap coin that we have in the Overkill portfolio here as well. RIZ and Chirp are the two Hail Mary plays. If one of those hits, it's going to be beautiful. But Chirp's still just stuck in this range between 12 and 10. So still really bullish on it. We got the green dot there yesterday, so we're bullish on the asset. Again, the monthly chart is still pointing straight up. This is a SUI network altcoin. I think it's like a $7 million market cap, but super legit project. Chart just looks super bullish here. Super bullish breakout here. That one is still a solid hold, if not buy more, right here off that green dot. I got time for a couple more, guys. I'm really hungry here, so I got to go eat some dinner. What else we got? TAO. TAO. Okay, I still really love TAO here as well, up above 350. That one's got the green here on the weekly, so this is what we want to see from our assets right now. We want to look at the weekly charts because the weekly signals will come before the monthly signals here, guys. So the weekly feeds the monthly. So these weekly dots are very bullish. That weekly signal tells you that this 350 is the bottom. If it's not the bottom, we have a stop loss there just in case we're wrong. But you can see that thing's starting to bounce here on the daily. And the 4 hours bouncing right on those EMAs right now. TAO is a solid looking chart here. I love it. I love it. If you want to add to that one, I would be adding right here around 400, or you could wait for the green dot confirmation there on the 4 hour because you already got the daily. But that little pullback right there is nothing yesterday. Up above 350, we're still very bullish on TAO here. H-bar recovered, my friend. You're going to have to watch the replay. Couple more here, folks. Tesla. Tesla had a really nice move after fighting with Papa Trump there. Got the green dot back on the monthly. Big fat weekly candle. I don't know, man. Very, very volatile. I would have loved to buy it right there into the 200 EMA. Guys, when we touch the 200 EMA in an uptrend, that is one of my favorite places to buy. Okay, just like right back here in October. See how we broke up above it? Pulled back into the EMA, nice move. Pulled back into the EMA, really nice move. Got rejected, popped back up. This was the first pullback right here. Tesla looks fine above 280. Up above 280, I'd hold, and I'd probably be in here on a smaller time frame looking for pullbacks. You can see you got the 4 hour dot right there around 290, popped up 330, but I don't know, man. There's a lot of politics and stuff involved with Tesla. It's not my favorite. Not my favorite thing. I would have loved to buy it on that day. It just tanked. Okay, right there at 280. But it looks like it's a V-shaped recovery here. Okay, as long as the green dot holds, you got nothing to worry about. But honestly, the macro stop loss is right there at 280. If 280 breaks, you'll be in trouble. Robinhood. This is when I'm really kicking myself at not buying. See that? How it pulled back into that 200 EMA. The 200 EMA, guys, that's the 200-day moving average. Think of that as a 6-month moving average. That's that light blue line on our trading indicator. Again, if you guys do not have these indicators that we talk about in these videos, you guys can download my whole trading layout by coming over here to the Discord and clicking on this trading indicator button. That link right there takes a couple of clicks, and everything loads directly up into your TradingView account. Okay, if you have any questions or need help, my email is right there, but there's a video that walks you through how to set it up. It's super easy. Super easy. 2 clicks, and you got everything loaded in. But beautiful spot to buy right there. I'm kicking myself for not buying Robinhood right there at 35. And again, right here at around, I don't know, 35 and 35, really. 100% trade over the last couple months, but it's running too hot. Okay, this is not a place to buy. This is a place to keep inching your stop loss up at. So I would use a trailing stop loss here at 68, or I would be taking profits here because, again, we're in the red zone. So what's the monthly saying? And the monthly's getting pretty close there. So this thing could probably come up here to 80, but I think I don't know what this thing's going to do, to be honest with you. It's a great company. They make a ton of money. I use them as a broker, so I like their platform. But personally, I don't want to buy that far off of the mean because, again, when you're buying that far off of the averages, you're up here, okay? We want to buy as close to the mean as possible. This was your opportunity to buy Robinhood. This was your opportunity to buy Robinhood. This was even an opportunity to buy Robinhood right there off the green dot, okay? This thing is now 43% off of its average. So if I was a bet man, I would bet that that thing goes anywhere from 80 to 90 and gets a pullback, okay? Something like this. But as of right now, looking to take some off and set a stop loss. I mean, you could even put it at 68 bucks. That's the low of this candle right here, and play the continuation if you want to. What exchange did I buy Ether? I bought that on Robinhood. Robinhood. It should be on every single platform on every trading platform. It should be on whatever you're using. I mean, it's tradable on the NASDAQ, so whatever trades the NASDAQ, you should have access to it. And again, I bought the options, so that's why I played ETH instead of ETH, because I wanted to use leverage, because I was feeling confident, if you know what I'm saying. All right, guys. Couple more. I see NVIDIA here. NVIDIA, should I sell? I wouldn't sell NVIDIA here. I think NVIDIA's looking very good here. It's got a green dot here on the monthly. I'd sell NVIDIA when that stochastic gets closer to that white dotted line. It's going for all-time highs, though, up above 153. Guys, I think the markets are going to blow off top here. I think we're going to get a massive move up with stocks and alts. I mean, this is just my analysis, guys. You guys don't have to believe me. You guys can take it, use what you want, right? Always do your own research. Go off your gut, okay? But, again, I just use an indicator. And I think the next 1 to 6 months, so like into the end of the year, I'm thinking anywhere between August and November is going to be the top for stocks and crypto. I think you're going to see the top right around that time. And that is when I'm going to sell the majority of my long positions, okay, using our strategy. And then we're going to have to wait for things to reset again. It might be another it might be years before we get this opportunity again. But as of right now, we're sitting in it. We're sitting in the golden age of opportunities to take this swing here. Because again, the last time we got a green dot all the way down here was in 2023, November of 2023. That was 2 years ago. About a year and a half. Well, yeah, two and a half years, a year and a half, right? That was the last time we got the opportunity to buy Ethereum using our indicator. And before that, it was all the way back in January of 2023. So that was 2.5 years ago. Before that, it was all the way back in 2020. So I don't think we're going to get another opportunity like this for another, 2 years, 3 years. It could be a long period of time before we get another setup like this. So that's why I'm just holding strong until the end of the year. Like, definitely by November, I will be selling before the holidays kick in. That's when a lot of smart money takes profits, because holidays, people don't typically want to sit in front of their computers and trade. They want to take time off and go spend time with their families. That's when you see a lot of, right? You had this move up here. December, what happened? They dumped it, okay? December, January was the bull trap, guys. That was the bull trap. The bull trap is right here. Okay, Trump got elected. Everyone was feeling good, right? November was a huge month, right? We were pumping, and then they dumped it, right? They dumped it on us for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. Okay? So, I think we're right here. I think we're somewhere in this area, right where we want to be buying right now. And again, that's just you looking at this signal. This is the first signal we've gotten with the wave down here on the monthly in 2.5 years. So we're not going to get another opportunity like this for 2 or 3 years, if you think about it. Lucid stock. I don't like these. I don't like this stock at all. Okay, it's down below the EMAs. I don't like it. Rejected, rejected, rejected. I'd stay away from that one. I'd buy Tesla instead of Lucid. Wifey. Okay, again, we want to buy things that are going up and to the right. Okay, how do we know we're going up and to the right? The only way to tell is to look at the monthly 2 ways. Okay, we have a green dot on the monthly or a green candle. That means the direction's in our favor on the macro. The green dot is better than the green candle. Okay, the green dot gives more confirmation than just a green candle. Okay, on the daily chart, you can tell by looking at the EMAs. Are we above the EMAs or are we below the EMAs? If we're below the EMAs, we don't want to trade. Because again, we want to trade with the trend. With the trend. Okay, not against the trend, with the trend. We want things going up and to the right. If you're shorting Lucid, buying puts, okay, it's the inverse, okay? You want to buy puts right up here in this area, okay, up into the EMA. Buy puts, sell puts. Buy puts, sell puts, okay, because you're trading with the direction. If it's going down and to the right like this, you want to be buying puts. But if you're in Lucid, if you believe in this one, as a buyer, you want to use this low right here at 190 as a low. But personally, I would not be looking to buy that one just because it's an ugly chart. Looks like they're going bankrupt to me. Pretty time for me. Wifey looks okay here. WFI. Got a green on the weekly. I mean, it's just very sideways, sideways, sideways. So hopefully you know what they do. But I like it above 4,800. I think there's some better names based on the charts to buy. But if you know something that I don't, doesn't look bad here up above 4,800. XDC. Okay, so again, that one lost its EMA here. If you're playing it, dang. It's red there on the monthly. Ugh. You're just going to want to watch that level right there at 0.057. Yeah, RIZ, we already covered. RIZ looks good. Okay, looks good up above 0.045. If that level breaks, it'll most likely come down to like 0.035 or 0.004. But this looks strong. This looks like it's trying to reverse here. We did call the 4-hour signal out in the Discord on the 10th there. That was yesterday. That was your opportunity to buy. This is where Big Whale Frank bought. And he's doing pretty good off that signal. But that one looks good about 0.004 again. That's a very small, you're very early on that project. Okay. This is more of a fundamental play than a technical play here because of how new the project is. Okay, it's only a $6 million market cap. That is tiny. That is pennies. Okay, pennies. And that was actually green yesterday. Let's see how much we got in the staking platform here. Okay, if you guys bought this with us, I went over how to stake. So all you got to do is come to the Znode panel, I believe it is. Come here to stake. And you can see I'm claiming 7,000. I'm pulling like 7,000 a day right now. So what we did on this one is we staked it, right? You have to stake it for 14 days. But after you stake it for 14 days, you can then claim your rewards. So you can see I'm just going through here claiming my rewards. I have around 8 million of these things. And it's going up every day because I'm literally just claiming more and more and more in my wallet here. Okay, I'm up to around 827,000 here in my wallet, plus 2 million, plus 2.3 million, plus. So I have quite a few of those. And you can see they paid 19% just for staking it on their website. And they're going to be launching their own chain here pretty soon too. But just keep in mind that they are a very small project, $5 million market cap. That means literally nobody knows about it, like nobody. So we're in very early on that one. And we're also in very early on that Chirp one. Okay, that one has a little bit higher of a market cap, about 7 million. But both of those were part of that Chainlink drop. Chainlink literally dropped all the names that they're going to be partnering with in their blog over here. So we posted this back in May, but they launched their rewards program. This is directly from Chainlink's website. Okay, all I did was come over here and I started doing my research on all these projects. And Rivals and Chirp were the two that stood out to me the most. And again, nobody knows about them yet because of how low of a market cap they're sitting at. So both of those are more fundamental plays than technical plays, but technically they are, I mean, in a very, very strong uptrend, both of them. Okay, I really like both of those for a low market cap. Those are ones you guys can invest a little bit in and make a lot. Okay, you're not going to get a 100x on something like CRO or maybe you can get a 10x, but these have 100x potential, RIZ and Chirp. Okay, and if you're evenly invested in both of them, you only need one of them to hit to make a shit ton of money. And I just like their projects. I mean, I did my research. The fact that I can just stake my RIZ and earn 20% APY in their coin, earning coins every single day, is awesome to me. Because if it goes to 50 cents or $1, all those coins that I accumulated over that time of holding were just compounding. Right? So if you think about it, I just pulled what, like 7,000 coins out of there. So now think about it. if it goes to $1, I just made $7,000 in a day because I was accumulating coins at this price. So I don't have stop losses on Chirp and Riz, to be honest with you. If you want to set 1.0045 for Riz, if you're setting it right now, and Chirp would probably be down here at 0.08. But to be honest, I'm not setting stop losses on those. I'm holding those long. I think their market caps are going to grow during this altcoin season. The stop loss on Chirp would be 6 cents down below the EMAs, and the stop loss on Riz would be at 0.03. I wouldn't set a tight stop loss because the market makers, they could just shove it right down and liquidate you and then pump it right back up. So I think a green dot is coming very shortly on Riz again on the daily. We already got the one on the 4 hour right there. So again, those are both high risk, high reward plays. But again, the partnership with Chainlink to me gives it all the legitimacy I need to see. Okay, you can see it right there, Chirp, right there, Rivals. This is their ecosystem map here. So I am obviously an advocate at Chainlink. I think they're going to be they're definitely going to be top 10, top 5 cryptos, I think, as time progresses. I think they'll be in the top 5. I did not cover CRO yet. I will cover this one, and I got a couple more, guys. Couple more. I already covered DJT. I think CRO is going to be the last one here today, guys. CRO, no green dot on the monthly yet, but I think that's coming here in June or July. The weekly dot is still green, so you can look to the 4 hour here. You can see we're sitting right on a great place to buy right at the moment, but I don't see CRO breaking down below 9 cents. If it does, we're just going to look for a place to accumulate more, so we will see what happens, but 9 cents is a big support there for CRO. That one's also in the portfolio. That's one of my largest holdings. And that's it, folks. That's it for today. I'm going to sign off. I'll be back live. We'll be back here live on Friday for the watch list. We're going to be going over all the names I am holding and then all of the stocks and cryptocurrencies we're going to be looking to buy here next week. That's going to be dropping on Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific right here on YouTube. So thanks for tuning in today, guys. If you guys need me, feel free to shoot me an email or hit me up over here in the Discord. My email is right here in the Discord under the server rules. If you guys are new, please make sure you read those. But my email is posted right there. If you guys got any questions about the membership or the indicator or anything like that, like I said, you guys can watch my free trading course over here if you guys want to learn more about the strategy. There's like 7 or 8 videos in there completely free to watch. And again, you can download our indicators right over here by clicking on this link. Takes a couple of clicks and everything loads directly up into your TradingView account. If you guys got any questions about that, again, my email is right there inside of the thread. You could also talk to our team over here inside of the Discord. We got a team of Spartans over here ready to help you out. So with that being said, guys, I will see you guys on Friday. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and have a blessed rest of the week, and we'll see you here in a couple days. Take care.